Today we are joined by Chef Corso, who flew in specifically from Seattle to wow our taste buds here at Backpacker Radio headquarters. So thank you so much for coming in. We're really excited about this.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to cook with you guys.
Yeah, likewise. So what are we cooking today?
All right, so we are going to cook two classic backpacking recipes. And the whole purpose of MONTyBOCA is to cook with fresh ingredients, but being mindful of time, of packing weight, of overall volume, because those are challenges for any backpacker, as you guys know. But I want you to be able to elevate your meals and have better flavor to complement that experience.
Awesome.
Yay.
Big fan of better flavor.
Me too.
So first thing we're going to make is a trailgate recipe. And you might not know what trailgating is, but why all the sport fans get to have all the fun, where I want you to be able to make a recipe that's shareable. So either at your campsite when you're setting up camp, to be able to make some popcorn or make something snacky and salty to be able to satiate you while you're setting up camp, or after your day hike or after your hike where you're at your car, you can easily make a quick recipe and be able to share that and kind of cheers the trip that you just had.
Cool.
So we are making what are you making today? So we are making a hatch chili chorizo queso.
Sous chef is getting a little too
That's so
stringent.
And I know you guys love hatch chilies down here. I love them too, and they're in season right now. And so you might be thinking, chorizo, like, can you take that outside? Like, isn't it going to go bad? It's like, yeah, it is going to go bad, but not with chorizo. So these are really great options, have actually really great flavor. They're vacuum sealed, already cooked, very, very little challenge for perishability, and this can stay in your pack for multiple days.
What's in chorizo?
Chorizo is usually pork and beef,
Okay.
but this is soy chorizo, so it's based on soy with some spices.
Oh, cool.
Now, are a lot of your meals vegetarian, vegan?
A lot of them are naturally vegetarian vegan because we are focusing on some of these kind of camping ingredient hacks, but we do have a lot that are, I call them Joe Hungry Man, where if you do need protein from an actual meat source, whether that's jerky, tuna, packaged chicken, powdered eggs, beans, we have a lot of great recipes for that too. So,
Are you vegetarian or vegan yourself?
I'm not. I am an equal opportunity eater.
Okay.
I like all the things, but I want everyone to be able to eat well, just depending on however they eat.
Cool.
So we have a lot of great options for everybody.
Great.
So what I like to do, and I'm sure you guys love packing cubes and packing totes, is putting one recipe or two recipes, depending on the size, into one tote. And we have some nice options that we've made with some upcycled material, kind of fun.
Now, where do you get these?
We hand make them in Seattle.
Oh, sweet.
And different sizes for different things. You can also put your knives or your sporks in there to keep them all there so they're not clambering around your bag. But for this, we're going to need some classic Velveeta cheese, some soy chorizo, some chili powder, a nice salsa packet, fresh hatch chili, fresh cilantro. I know it's crazy. I'm taking fresh herbs on the trail and a lime. Although a lot of people have looked at me like I'm crazy for taking a lime or a lemon with me, but this is one of the secret ingredients for making any meal, whether you're cooking outside or inside, is freshness, acid. So lime, lemon, apple cider vinegar, black vinegar, rice vinegar, those give you that nice little bit of freshness that is really, really nice for any meal.
Now, is that from a preservation standpoint or simply a flavor profile standpoint?
Just from a flavor profile standpoint.
Got it. Cool. And then how long will something like cilantro stay fresh and usable, considering it's in your backpack? Like, could you use it on day 2 or 3, or would you definitely want to use it on your first day out of the trail?
That will last for multiple days. I've taken green onions, cilantro, parsley for 3, 4, 5 days. It might get a little bit wilted, but it's gonna stay usable for a long time. So I think a lot of folks are a little concerned about taking fresh ingredients outside because they think they're gonna go bad, but they last for multiple days.
Cool.
All right. Let's see here. So would you like to do some prepping?
Sure.
Okay. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to check our recipe, and all of our recipes are specifically formatted.
Oh, wow.
This isn't specific. It's exact recipe. So recipes are specifically formatted for a trail notebook.
Cool.
Or for your phone. So both the same size. So if you need to go out for a day hike and want to take your phone with you, or you need it printed because you're going on a long trip, they're already ready for you.
Cool.
So first step we're going to do is chop our chorizo and our hatch chili. And I've got a nice campy chef's knife here.
Careful,
And-
Chaunce.
Move
Legit
this.
chef's
Maybe
knife
move
right
that.
there.
Move things that I could steal.
And I would say we're only going to need one of these guys.
Okay.
Where do you get a camper's chef's knife?
So this is actually a gift that my dad gave me. So I'm a classically trained chef, and I've cooked for a lot of my career. And when I started doing more outdoor camping, he's like, you know what? I think you need a knife. And I'm like, I think you're right. So this is from A.G. Russell, some company in not Arizona, some company in Arkansas
Yeah.
that makes great pocket knives and things. But they've done this super great foldable knife. What I like about it is it's foldable. There's a lot of is that it's foldable. There's a lot of them out there that you have to take a sheath with you, and I just love the fact that it's
Yeah, less
foldable,
bulky.
less bulky. Yeah. And actually, probably just throw it in here. We don't even need to chop it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Um,
So something to remember with these fake
Matches your hair,
meats.
it looks like a lot of other things too.
It looks like a lot of things, but it's gonna be delicious.
Where's the dog? We
Yeah.
get it to rub back on.
Something to remember with these fake meats is that the casing is usually not edible.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's some sort of plastic. Okay. And
You don't
then
know
go
how
ahead.
happy I am that you got Chaunce on that task. It's appropriate.
How small?
That's pretty good. The thing about cooking outside is it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
Usually time is of the essence. You gotta conserve gas, and it doesn't have to be beautiful and perfect. You just need to cook it and eat it.
Sure. Now I assume using a simpler, smaller, lighter, like serrated blade would also work for meals like this.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
if you have a Leatherman that has multiple little tools on it, figuring out what works best for you, no problem.
Chaunce with the
Keep
official
talking.
Juliana chopping so.
Doing well. Have you ever taken cilantro on a trip with you?
I've never. I don't think I've taken any herbs with me on a trip. Granted, most of my meals are just preservatives thrown into a tortilla, so.
Totally. Well, and it's funny what a little bit of herbs or a little bit of lime will, or lemon will do to a meal,
Sure.
even if you're not making it super
Yeah.
fancy. Great.
Good job, Chaunce.
Thanks.
You did it.
It's kind of big. Is that okay?
No, it's great. Okay, so we're gonna throw this in here, and we're gonna saute this up really quick. Then add our Velveeta, our salsa, a little bit of cilantro, and then we'll dip.
Cool. Is there a self-igniter on that? Do we need a lighter? Oh, you got it. Right.
You don't need oil or anything?
No, there'll be some fat in the chorizo.
So what are you looking for when you're sauteing it here? How do you know when it's ready?
So I'm looking for the peppers to cook up a little bit. And if you don't have oil, you're not packing oil, water is a really great way to loosen some things up and keep it from burning. So we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of that.
It already smells so good.
This is already smelling better than anything I've made in the back country. So you think you added about an ounce of water there?
Yeah, about an ounce of water. Really depends on the size of your batch. But for this is probably going to feed, well, depends on how hungry your friends and family are, but probably 4 to 6 people.
Always in the
But all of our recipes are meant to be fast, and they're meant to be easy because you're usually really, really hungry. And so we're capping it at 30 minutes, but a lot of them come together in 10 to 20. The longer ones are boiling pasta, boiling potatoes, boiling something that's a little bit sturdier. But if you're making a noodle dish or making some quick cook polenta or grits, a lot of them are coming together in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Got it. And the most basic hiker setup, we're probably just going to have like a spork or a spoon that'll work well in place of the spatula.
Absolutely.
Okay. Does the camera pick up scent?
I don't think so.
They're missing out. Get that cheese. We're gonna need to do a slow motion with some like
Slow
very
motion
white
cheese.
music.
Oh, look at the natural light on that cheese. Do you want to go ahead and stir it for me while
Yeah.
I'm throwing that in there so it doesn't burn? And I know some of you looking at this is like, hey, Chef Corso, I am not going to pack this cube of Velveeta up 20 miles.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah. Cheese is probably one of the few things here where people are excited to carry it.
But what I will say is that if you're going with a couple people, share the load. So hey, maybe you take the Velveeta, I'll take the chips and the salsa, and then we share the load, so we only have a little bit of extra weight per person. And then what's going to be great is there's very little pack out weight because you're usually going to eat it all.
True.
High calorie too. High calorie, high fat, some protein. Gotta love cheese.
Do you
And
need?
a lot of these recipes, I want to be fun. I want them to have really great flavor profiles. I want them to be shareable. I want them to be satiating for your trip that you just did and for the next day ahead. We're going to go ahead and add a little bit more water to loosen that up. And these are really great packets from Terra. It's a really great chef out of Chicago that does awesome salsas.
Yeah, it's Bayless. Rick Bayless, right?
Rick Bayless, he's
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And he does some really great true salsas. But if you just have some hot sauce packets, Tapatio packets from the taco shop, that works too.
Can you get these packets on Amazon?
You can get them on Amazon, and most grocery stores have them now.
Gotcha.
Nice. So we're just going to stir that together until all the cheese melts, and then we're going to throw in some fresh cilantro and a squeeze of lime, and we'll be good to go. All right, so the last step is to add some fresh cilantro. Go ahead and just rip it up. You don't have to chop it. And then we're going to give a nice squeeze of lime.
So how do you know how much lime to use?
With any sort of cooking, you can always add more.
Yeah.
So I always start with a little bit of salt, a little bit of lime.
Gotcha.
So for this, it looks to be about a quarter, but if you like it really fresh, you can go ahead and add some more.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also add some avocado to this. You can make a stone smash guacamole, pull a stone from a river or a lake bed, wash it off. Just go ahead and smash up your own guacamole, add that to this too. People love that.
Would you mix it in, or would you?
You could garnish it on top or have it separate.
Gotcha.
Either way.
Okay.
If you don't use all the lime, how do you keep it from going bad?
It's not going to necessarily go bad. I'm trying to think of the right words here.
It just gets like firm, right?
It's like hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it will oxidize some, but this will last for multiple days. Also, what I'll do with these guys for packing it out is I'll throw it in my water.
Ooh.
Oh,
So that
that's
freshens
smart.
it up, especially for a
That's
long
smart.
through hike that you've been on. I know that might be a nice little change of pace.
Yeah, that's great.
But I think sometimes with the fresh herbs or like a lime, we're really scared about refrigeration, but it's going to be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Especially something with some acid in it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh.
Happens. After you.
Exciting.
Oh yeah, this looks so good.
A little bit better than the meals that we prepared for Bionic Woman.
Oh, it's better. I just keep thinking about how we're gonna have this to eat during the entire episode. You're just
like
gonna hear
crunch,
crunch.
Damn, that was good.
It's so
That was
good.
There you go. And how long did that take?
Not
We've
that
been out
long.
here for 5 minutes.
Total.
Yeah, that's
So-
really good.
So, I'm a classically trained chef. I've been cooking in kitchens. I've been working in test kitchens for my whole career. So I've been getting some interesting feedback of like, oh, you're a classically trained chef. Like, you don't know what it is to be like outside. I'm like, I go outside, I do long hikes, and I understand how hard it is. It's hard to plan for your trip. It's hard to cook when you're crouching over like this and it's raining and your fingers are cold and you're hungry and the sun is going down.
Yeah.
So these recipes need to be fast, they need to be easy, and they need to be satiating, or else it doesn't work.
Yeah. It's got a nice kick to it. The lime definitely adds a nice depth to it as well.
Cheesy. It's cheesy. This is, an amazing shareable recipe for your friends, but then also what we tend to do is we'll take this, say we go on just a day hike, we'll stash this in the car with the stove so we don't have to pack it. And then you come back, you have this snack because all you want to do at that point is crush a burrito or crush a burger. But sometimes the the civilization is 10 miles away, half hour away.
Yeah.
So like, why not have a snack now?
Yeah.
And then share it with the car next to you. And you're gonna be the talk of the trailhead.
It'd be cool to do this with ready rice and tortillas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you have any other suggestions specifically for this recipe on how you would consume it other than just dip.
Sure, you could scale it back a little bit. Rice would be great. Instant beans, one of my favorite ingredients because they're super fast, really satiating. So you can maybe just mix it all together in a nice campy slop, which we've all done before.
Yeah,
Slap it in tortillas. That'd be great.
Damn, this is really good. And say the name of this recipe again.
So this is actually we have a. Oh yeah.
It looks so good.
Nice.
Tenacity on that.
So this is great because we're testing a new recipe today. So I don't have a specific one for this, but with the notes from all of us today, we'll be able to write a new one. So
Sure.
we have a current nachos.